Hi, it's Romana from Space for Spirit. I wanted to talk to you about the full moon that's happening. So on Wednesday, the 31st of January, it's a full moon. Now we also had a full moon on the 1st of January, which is very auspicious. And full moons are generally all about letting go, clearing things out, and making space. Yeah, in readiness for the new moon, and the new moon is the time for planting those seeds, putting ideas down, following your intuition, and moving forward with manifesting the things that you want in your life on any level. So it's quite auspicious, I think, that the full moon, first full moon of 2018 was on New Year's Day, which is very much a day when normally it's all, well, it is about letting go. It's about things that I'm not going to do anymore, but also it's about things that I am going to do and bring forward. So it's quite an interesting one. But the one at the end of the month is a really special one. So it's known as the blood moon. And so there's going to be a reddish tinge to the moon when we see it. It is also a blue moon because it's the second moon in the month as well. And also we have an eclipse happening around the same time. So this is quite, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. I think I read somewhere that the last time this energy that we're going to experience, we received it was in January 2000. So again, think about that millennial energy that came through them. So although the full moon is on the Wednesday evening, the energy of the full moon, as it starts building up to that full moon, and it starts happening sort of 36, 48 hours out, with the superpower, the supermoon that's coming through at the moment, and the eclipse. Certainly I was feeling this last week, and my processing of the full moon energy very much hit me on Thursday, Friday. And I've been not very ill over the weekend, but I have been very run down over the weekend as I'm letting things go. My body's processing and letting things go on a physical level. So if you've been feeling headachy, fluey, achy joints, that, I think the joints are one that, when you're feeling stuck and you get sore joints, and then you start moving and you're able to, literally to move and let things go and move forward. So joints tend to be that. We tend to get affected by our third eye, so lots of headaches and migraines tend to happen with the sort of the pressure. And again, it's that processing of information and getting ready to let things go. So this far out, like I say, we're 2 days out at the moment. We are now being affected quite strongly by this energy of the eclipse and the full moon coming through. Sorry. Like I say, it's the processing. It's my throat chakra, meaning that I have to speak my truth and get stuff out. That's probably why I talk so quickly at the moment. So there's profound changes that are coming through. So I've been reading my Elizabeth Peru, and it's lots of really good information on there. So I will keep sharing the bits to the page because I think she is really worth following. And I also subscribe to her, what's it called? Weekly updates on what's happening energetically in the world, and it's brilliant because she tells you all about the moons. She tells you about, well, obviously the moon status rather than multiple moons, planets that are in retrograde, things that are happening on an energetic level. So it's really good. So if you're interested in that sort of astrology side, then Elizabeth Peru is a great one to follow. Anyway, I digress. So the energy at the moment as we head towards the 31st is about clearing out. So it's about letting go and being able to move ourselves on to the next level. So it's thinking about, right, what don't I need to take with me as I move forward? How am I ready to move on to the next level on a spiritual level, on an emotional and mental level, how am I ready to move forward through, none of us are in that 3D. We are all in the 4D or in the fifth dimension. How can I connect more to my heart? How can I move myself forward? And that's really what is coming up at the moment. It's about letting go, clearing out. It's about reviewing things that you're putting into your life. So things like looking at your nutrition, your food, looking at belongings. So decluttering has been a huge one. It always is in January, but particularly at the moment, decluttering is huge. Clearing out. Don't look behind me. It's about the clothing that you wear. It's about the stuff that we have around us, about, like I said, the food, the drinks that we're taking in as well. So all this is going to affect our energy and our physical body. And it's time to stop and let go and start clearing things out. So making different life choices to get us ready, to get our bodies ready on a physical level, to be able to move through that mental, emotional and spiritual changes that are coming through. There are also going to be lots more synchronicities coming through. So you may think, if you look at numbers and you see numbers constantly, one of mine is 1352, that comes up quite a lot. And that's the thing that will be happening even more. And you can use books like angel numbers to find out what those numbers actually mean for you. So very often it can be things like 1111 or 1212. It's that duplication of numbers as well. And there are very often messages coming through from our angelic support team, if you like, to tell us a message, you're on track, things are going well, or telling us things that we need to leave behind and move on with, but also synchronicities in other ways. So when you're thinking of somebody and then you get the message from them, when you're thinking about doing something and then on Facebook you get that event that comes up. So that sort of synchronicity is also going to be happening over the next few days, because our energy is changing. We're getting more connected to those that are going to be lifting us and supporting us on our journey, and that's really important. So also coming up is about the past and the old energy that's coming up for clearing. So when we might start thinking about events that have happened in the past that perhaps we want to send apologies for, release ourselves, maybe we want to do some cord cutting around them, but you may find that these past events are going to start replaying in your mind or in your dreams, and this is an opportunity in the next sort of few days, this window, to clear it out. And that's why these are coming back, these past memories, past emotions, they're coming up because we are ready to finally clear them. So there's different things and different ways you can do this. If you are a writer, you like writing things down, then grab paper and pen, write it all down. Don't filter, make sure you express yourself clearly. What you can then do is obviously burn it. Alternatively, you could use a biro and toilet paper and again, write, flush it down the loo. You might want to break it up into little bits so it doesn't get blocked. But again, they're really good ways to release the past. Other ways, if you are more of a talker, then find somewhere where you're not going to be overheard. You can speak your truth. So perhaps you'll do it in the house or in the car. Maybe you'll go on a walk and mutter to yourself. But whatever it is, verbalizing yourself, expressing your truth, releasing it is really important. And just express your emotions and everything about that situation that is there. And just get it all out and release it all, good and bad and everything. You're not judging, you are simply releasing it and allowing yourself space to release and to heal. So after you've done this, because these things are generally hanging in our energy, they are, when we release them, we have this feeling of feeling empty as well. So allow yourself to refill. Think about looking at whether it's mindfulness, whether it's more meditation, whether it's a healing, whether it's some crystals, whatever it is that you do on a holistic level to support your body on a physical, mental, emotional and spiritual level. Find some time after you've done that releasing to allow yourself to heal. So it could be a nice, beautiful bath. It could be a mindful walk out in nature, whatever it is that works for you. And also when you sleep, then you go through the clearing as well. So again, you could just ask for it to be processed as you sleep as well. Kathy has asked, she said, the females in my family have been struggling emotionally since last Wednesday. Is this the moon tagging us on us? Very much so. The moon affects water, and we are made up of a huge percentage of water. So whatever the moon is doing is affecting us on a physical level. And emotions are very much, I find, a thing that come around with the moon energies as well. It's that release as well. So again, around the full moon, I do tend to get a bit more emotional, a bit more release. I might have, if I'm watching a movie or something, it might be the time that I have a cry and just subtly dry my face. And yeah, so very much, yeah, if there's, we are affected by the moon energies, Kathy, and very much that if this supermoon that's happening on Wednesday is super powerful, and it will be bringing things up. So if things are coming up on an emotional level, they are probably linked back to a past memory or a past action that is coming up to be released. So look at it as a good thing, time to release and time to move forward, most definitely. It's like, I always think that actually crying is a beautiful way to release things out of your system as well. So even if I do cry at a movie, and I've been known to cry in children's programs as well, but I find, well, actually my body just needs that release. It needs that release just to get it out and be able to move forward. So those emotions are very much, yeah, all linked into the moon energies and the eclipse as well. So go with it, Kathy. Tell your females that yes, it's fine. Allow them time to process, to release, and to do that refilling as well. So find something that they can do that's going to support them and refill them up on an energetic level. So yeah, so sleep is a great thing to do. It's about clearing. Well, sleep is great anyway, but it's about clearing and supporting yourself. You can process things as you sleep as well. You can ask to go to the different archangels' healing crystal caves, if you like, so Archangel Raphael, Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, wherever you want to go, and go and ask for them to heal and to work with you. You may find that actually, sorry, trying to process things at night time and as you sleep is a great way to start things loosening up, so that it's easier then to do it in the physical realm. Does that make sense? So yeah, review your aims and directions. Yeah, this is the moon energy is very much about, it's about resetting your set point. It's about working out what you want and how you want to move forward. Now that's that sort of energy. Yeah, Kathy, I'm glad that resonated with you. There's always a reason for these things, especially if it's multiple people happening at the same time. So yeah, it's about setting your set point. So yes, the 1st of January might have been New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and the time to set resolutions and things, but actually the energy around this full moon is much more powerful in setting what you want to achieve in your life and in your goals. So whether you are running your own business, whether you want to set up your own business, whether you want to have a relationship, you know, meet your soulmate, meet your partner, whether you want to do something with the children, whether you want to bring more happiness into your life, whether you want to find more peace in your life, whatever it is, work out what it is that is out of balance in your life at the moment that you want to bring into more balance. And now is the perfect time to start thinking about that and moving yourself forward, very much so. So things you can do around this blood moon is, I've written down, meditate in the moonlight. And even if you just have the window open or the curtains open and look out at the moon and just taking that energy, making a few wishes and a few letting goes to the moon, that's great. If you can physically get out in the fresh air in the real world and do that, then that would be great. So even if you're putting the bins out, make a point of doing the bins on that Wednesday evening, so you are physically opening the door and feeling that moon energy on your face and on your body. It's a great time for putting your crystals out. So if you've got any crystals, give them a wash on Wednesday daytime, pop them out in the garden, or put them on window ledges for that moon energy to cleanse and recharge them, and they will be supercharged. I always talk about this and I don't always remember to do it, so I'm definitely going to remember to do it this time. But it's a time of release. So like I said, with that process of with past experiences, but also things that you don't want in your life anymore, that you're ready to move on. It might be emotions, it might be limiting beliefs, it might be blocks that you've got, it might be things around worthiness, it might be things about recognition, about, you know, love and support. So write all those things that you don't want in your life anymore, and do it on a piece of paper and burn them outside in the energy of the moon, or toilet paper and flush them down the loo. Like I say, just, you know, break the sheets individually. Don't just have a great big clump and chuck it down, because that's not going to be good. But that releasing process is really powerful to do around this moon. So like I said, the eclipse, it's bringing balance, it's bringing us into alignment. So the things that we're letting go, when we let go, we're creating like a void, a space within us, and we need to fill that back up. So that's why we need to think about the things that we want to align ourselves to bring into our lives, what our reviewing our aims and our direction. So it's important to have a bit more, have some yin and yang happening with this full moon as well. It's not all about the release, it's bringing that balance. Because of that eclipse energy, we can bring it in now, and then we can obviously reiterate it in the new moon in 2 weeks' time. So it's very much about getting into alignment, so getting into that flow. And I've done a video about journaling and why that I find that so important, about getting in alignment and getting in the flow. So I hope that helps. So the full moon generally is about releasing limiting beliefs, vows, belief patterns, and all those sorts of things that are holding you back. This one is going to be also about bringing up past memories that emotionally we are ready to shed and to release. You might need to express them. You might find your throat chakra starts going. You might find your third eye starts going. Your throat chakra is about expressing your truth and talking and releasing things through sharing your inner voice. So even if you can't say these things to the people concerned, and you might not want to, you can say it energetically and release it to the universe to be released out of your energy system. Call in somebody like call in Saint Germain and the violet flame, have the violet flame around you or with, when you're doing this, so that everything can just be released and transmuted, and it's turned into a positive energy, that means. So I hope that helps. If anyone's got any questions or anything that's coming up, I know a few people on different pages have been talking about headaches and migraines and sort of different things. I've certainly been knocked out by sort of flu symptoms for the last 4 days. It started off with just the throat that's just suddenly came from nowhere. And yeah, it's all about releasing those things, releasing things that are not serving you, or releasing the past things, past emotions, past actions that are affecting you now, when they can be released. So I hope that helps. I can't believe I've been talking about moon for 17 minutes. Love it. But this is a really, really powerful moon. So have a think about where you are, what you're ready to move on with, what you're ready to release, and where you're ready to go, and just enjoy these special times. I would definitely recommend being gentle with yourself. You're welcome, Kathy. Be gentle with yourself. Find time over the next few days to support yourself in whatever holistic way you use. So whether it's meditation, whether it's Reiki, whether it's using some crystals, whatever it is, drink plenty of water, because that's going to keep you hydrated and in balance as well, and get as much sleep as you can as well. If you can get out and enjoy the moon, then please do that, and that will again help you. It'll help grounding as well. It's grounded this energy so that we can move forward. I hope that was useful. I do have a women's circle for spiritual awakening that runs every month. If you want to get more interested, if you are interested and you want to learn more, next month we are looking at angels and how to work with your angels, the different archangels as well. So it's going to be an awesome month, and we're going to touch on using angel cards for that connection as well. So the women's circle, it's £10 a month. It's an online group, so it's a secret Facebook group. That's really supportive. It's a loving community, and we also have a physical group as well that meets in the Telford area if you live locally. Let me know if you're interested, and I can send you some details. And I shall wish you all a lovely time, a lovely releasing time, to get back into your flow and back into your alignment over the next 4 days, and release and become the goddess that you are truly meant to be. Speak to you soon. Bye. It's Romula, Space for Spirit.